This video is brought to you by AKS IAS.
So your Paidi Kalva Sai Eswar.
Yaswanth, sir.
Paidi Kalva.
Sir, it is a place near Kadapa district, sir.
Kadapa district.
Yeah.
What is the meaning Paidi Kalva?
Sir, I do not know the exact meaning, but it is a name from where our family or got started, sir.
Presently you are in Union Bank of India.
Yes, sir. Assistant manager in Union Bank of
Union Bank of India. Selected in IBPS
Yes, sir.
PO.
Yes, sir.
So Union Bank of India is presently a merger of
Andhra Bank and Corporation Bank.
Corporation Bank.
Yes.
How is the experience?
Sir, it is a very fine experience working with a prestigious organization like Union Bank of India. Currently, I am posted in a rural area, sir. So, it is a very fortunate experience that I will be able to interact with more number of rural people and I can help them to maximum extent. So, it is a very pleasant kind of experience, sir.
So what are the types of services you are rendering presently?
Sir, currently I am handling as an assistant manager come deputy branch head. I am currently holding the gold loan portfolio, sir. Along with that, I will be disbursing the SHG loans and the Mudra loans. Along with that, I will be managing the opening of current accounts and also the savings accounts. And I will be verifying all the clerical entries, sir. I am a verifying officer of all the clerical entries that were made by clerks.
So this Mudra loans, is it really happening?
Sir, I cannot say that it is completely happening to the 100% extent, sir. But there are some deviations. But ultimately, the main thing that is empowerment of the rural people is happening, sir, at the ground level.
What is the highest limit?
Sir, it is 10 lakhs, sir.
10 lakhs without collateral.
Yes, sir, without collateral. And
Without, is it really? Yeah, are you without collaterals? There is no column at all.
sir, up to 10 lakhs, it comes under the Tarun, Shishur, Kishore and Tarun, sir. So, up to 10 lakhs, there is no collateral, sir. And the government wants to increase it to 20 lakhs. So,
What is the recovery rate?
sir, I am not sure about the exact percentage, sir, but it is quite low compared to the other loans, like the gold loan portfolio. It is quite less compared to other loans, sir.
There is no
collateral.
data, or at least no discussion. Not much discussion is being happening.
Yes, sir, I agree with you, sir. Definitely.
After some time, they feel that it is not so useful. Will this be modified or this will continue?
Sir, definitely there will be some kind of modifications.
Yeah.
So definitely there will be review that will be happening from time to time. So even within the banking sector, we are having a regional office as our higher authority. We will be discussing with those people and we will be able to kind of make changes in the disbursement of the loan. So like in due diligence, what we call, we will do due diligence. If there are some kind of non-recovery loans, we will go for enhanced due diligence and we will inquire with the local people so that they will be able to repay the loan, sir.
You are with Unacademy also as star educator.
Yes, sir.
What is the star educator?
Sir, there is a difference between educator and star educator. Sir, I have started my career as an educator, wherein I will be providing only free classes. I was not eligible to take paid classes, sir. After 2 months of working with an academy, I was promoted to the category of star educator, wherein I will be able to take paid classes.
Paid classes in the sense you will be paid.
No, sir. Yes, sir. I will be paid. No, sir. Even as an educator, I will be paid, but the pay will be more, and also people will be subscribing to an Academy Plus concept, sir. So they people will pay. That is, the students will pay. As an educator, I will be able to make only free classes. That is, students can watch it freely.
How was the experience?
Sir, it is also a very fine experience, sir, because I will like to teach students so that they will be able to know and I will be improving my knowledge. It is a very good experience, sir.
At times people say that it is more lucrative than any job.
Sir, I do agree that it is more lucrative, sir. But salary is not the only criteria which we need to see. And according to my personal experience, I will not consider only salary as the criteria to go forward into our career, sir. So there are other things like the job satisfaction. I will be able to help people. So I will be continuing my teaching as a hobby, sir. But my professionally, I want to get into the administrative services.
What did you teach?
Sir, I used to teach current affairs, sir.
Are you thorough with current affairs?
Sir, I used to teach, sir, but currently I am working in the banking sector, so I am not 100% thorough with the current affairs. But I am having a...
Do you get time to read newspaper?
Sir, I do get time to read newspapers, sir, definitely.
Which paper do you read?
Sir, I usually prefer The Hindu, sir.
Apart from the Hindu, any other English paper? Which
I
is
u-
standard?
No, sir. I'm not that much interested into business standard.
Any other standard, I am saying. Any standard paper.
Sir, Indian Express I will refer sometimes, sir,
Mhm.
along with The Hindu.
Along with Hindu.
Yes, sir.
What about the TV channels? Which channel do you watch?
Sir, I used to watch all the I used to watch all the TV channels. Sir, Republic TV I used to watch, and also Times Now I watch that also. And along with that, I also watch NDTV, all the news channels where I can get good information. Sir.
Which TV channel do you like more?
Sir, I consider all the TV channels as a good channel, sir. But
You should have a choice, no?
yes, sir. But
Yeah. English, which is you can have your opinion.
yes, sir. As per my opinion, I prefer Republic TV, sir,
Why?
because the scope of debate is more there.
There is no debate in Republic.
But
there is shouting.
I do agree with that, sir. Because it is a shouting, but the kind of panel they are having, we are having international experts. We will be having national experts. So at least we will get 1 to 2 good points from there. Along with that, I also prefer Rajya Sabha TV, sir, for the general kind of current issues.
Don't you think there's both are completely different? One is Rajya Sabha TV and one is Republic TV.
Yes, sir. I definitely agree.
Republic TV is all nice and no light.
Yes, sir.
And this is light, no nice.
No, nice. Yes, sir. But for information purpose, I will watch Rajya Sabha TV, sir. But information and political issues, I will refer to Republic TV and also NDTV, sir. So that there will be balance in both.
Who is your
news.
favorite journalist, electronic media?
Sir, I do consider all the journalists as good journalists, sir. But if you want me to pick up one, I will pick up. I am not able to recall the name.
No,
sir.
be honest. Don't take my previous question into account and name, because it's your choice.
Yes, sir. I prefer Arnab Goswami, sir.
I understood your dilemma.
Yes, sir.
That is why I gave you the clarity.
Yes, sir.
You feel that Arnab Goswami is a better journalist.
Better journalist. Can I explain the reason, sir?
Yeah.
Because of his nationalistic views, sir. That's it. Respect for the army and also the nationalistic view he takes in various kind of issues. He don't bother about calling the international theories as a conspiracy. So the first preference will be for the nation, because of which I prefer Arnab Goswami, sir.
Have you seen other news criticizing Arnab Goswami and all his hypocrisy?
Yes, sir. I have seen all the news. I will prefer reading all the news, sir, whether it is a controversial one or a good one. So I will take a balanced review by reading both.
Have you seen? You said this on the other channel, that is NDTV.
Yes, sir.
Can you understand Hindi?
Yes, sir. I can understand Hindi.
Have you watched Ravish Kumar?
Yes, sir. I have watched him.
Do you like him?
Yes, sir. I do like him in some extent, sir, because the information which he provides is a very knowledgeable one. But when it comes to kind of national issues, I usually don't prefer him, sir.
When data is correct, when interpretation is correct, but views are wrong, how can it happen?
Sir, data can be used in both the ways, sir. Whether we can generate positive data. Let us say, take an example, sir. A glass is half filled with water. We can tell it, if you want to generate positive news, we can tell that the glass is half full. If you want to generate negative kind of news, we can still say that the glass is still half empty. So
Arnab Goswami was caught openly,
sir,
on the tapes, on this WhatsApp chat, tampering with TAM.
Tampering with, sir, pardon me.
TAM means television ratings.
Bark, sir.
Bark.
Okay. Sir.
That is.
But I think it is not yet proved by the court, sir. It is based on the WhatsApp messages.
It is an open secret in all journalistic circles.
Sir, I do agree with you, sir.
He has tampered, no doubt about it.
Okay, sir.
Because I am a journalist.
Yes, sir. Okay. I do agree with you, sir. If it is proven, then
if anyone is, I am not trying to make you accept
Okay,
my view. I am just debating with you because you want debate as Republic TV does.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See, Arnab Goswami has done all the nasty things to get into that position, and he says that he preaches everything good and you should be like this. Can you expect the same thing with him?
Sir, I just now have explained that I have said that it is based on the nationalistic view that I am preferring him over others, sir. Based on the nationalistic view that he takes.
If I show you that all the statistics he's talking
Okay.
are really concocted,
Okay, sir.
then will you agree that he is a very mischievous journalist?
Yes, sir, I do agree. If it is proven that it is wrong, sir.
Try some.
But only with,
Of course, we may not be in touch to prove that I need not be. Since you said Arnab Goswami
yes, sir.
and nationalistic views, try yourself and probe further.
Definitely, sir.
Because now you have time.
Yes, sir.
As an educator, you might not have that courage to do, but as a banker, you have the time.
Thank you, sir. I will do so.
Okay? Yeah. Anyway. So, your experience as an educator
Sir.
online. What is the difference between the online and offline mode?
Sir, we can see from many angles. Sir, if you see from the institute kind of view, it is a very advantageous situation. So, because we will be locating at a particular place and we can disseminate the information, whether it is coaching institute or any kind of institute, we can disseminate it throughout India. Let us say we are based in Hyderabad, sir. We can disseminate the information to Jammu and Kashmir, even Arunachal Pradesh, and even Kanyakumari. So, that is a geographical advantage will be there. If you see the negative side, we can see from the even from the view of students also, sir. I am a working professional. I cannot come to a particular place where the institute is located. So I can have access to good amount of information through online, sir. But if we see the offline, we are having advantages like there will be direct contact with the teacher, sir. That is a way, right from the old ages, right, Gurukula system, direct contact with the teacher encourages us to do more, encourages us to do something more than which was present in online mode. Along with that, sir, we can have doubt clarification very well in the offline mode rather than online mode, sir. So if we consider some more advantages of online mode, we can reduce the pollution, sir, because the traveling will be greatly reduced. Let us say 1,000 students are there in an institute, they need not come to the institute if they are opting for online. So that pollution will be reduced. Even from the environmental angle, it will be advantageous. Even from the economic angle also, sir, if you see, the traveling cost will be reduced. So it is advantageous for the student. So I think that is the difference, major differences, sir.
This can be applied for many things.
Yes, sir, definitely it can be applied.
Workspaces, everything.
Even the government is also moving towards e-governance, so that the delivery of various services to the citizens can be done in an online manner rather than they coming to offices. So it is a very advantageous in the long term, sir.
Are we moving to something which is virtualized?
Yes, sir. Presently we are at the starting stage of moving to virtual world, sir.
In this virtual world, do you think human being will be left?
Sir, definitely there are pros and cons, as we have both sides of a coin. Definitely there will be pros and cons, sir. We need to develop more number of advantages and we need to reduce the cons, so that it will be a balanced world in the future.
What about the gap between the people?
Sir,
The class levels, different classes are there. We are all educated,
yes,
middle, upper middle, have access to all these virtual things, virtual world and everything.
Yes.
But there is a huge world which is not at all having that access.
Yes, sir.
What about them?
Definitely I agree with you on this point, sir. There are huge number of people who still don't use internet. But sir, government is having various kinds of initiatives in order to empower them. So the first thing is the financial inclusion, and at the national level we are having the Digital India concept, wherein we are able to promote the digital literacy and e-literacy among the citizens. So maybe in the next 10 to 15 years we will be able to balance this world, and even the lower class or the lower who are poor may be able to reach the next level, sir, so that they can access all these benefits.
If that is the case, there is no need of many things, revolutions or anything. The internet will create a scope for equality.
Sir, as we have discussed just now, there are both pros and cons of everything, sir. Even with the internet also, we are having huge number of advantages and we are having a number of disadvantages. So I think we need to focus.
Most of the people are pushed out of this virtual thing. My mother is pushed out of this economy.
Yes, sir.
My mother was a teacher. Previously, she used to handle the currency and she used to have her own purse. Now, for the past 2 years or 3 years, that purse has nothing to do. It is a museum object now because she can't handle internet. So she is out of this economic system.
Sir, I do agree with sir. Even our parents also, they are unable to do transactions through mobile phones, sir. But sir, it is a very easy process. We can generate the elder generation so that they can use UPI payments, sir. Initially, my father is also a very hectic person. He don't want to use the online transaction system. But sir, I have encouraged him to do online transactions, and now he is considering online transactions as more advantageous than the offline transactions. So it is about the making. We need to make people more aware of the positives, sir, so that it can be accepted at the ground level.
Pulivendula.
Yes, sir.
Is the city?
Yes, sir.
Is the town?
Yes,
Pulivendula town
the
is your native.
Actually, our village is near to Pulivendula, sir. It is 5 kilometers from there. But we are staying in the Pulivendula from the past 25 years, sir.
Pulivendula is the place where YS Rajshekar Reddy's Idupalapaya is also.
Yes, sir. Triple IT is also there. Even Samadhi of YS Rajshekar Reddy is also there.
So basically, your family is settled in Kadapa or?
No, sir. Our older generations were near Paidi Kalva, sir, near Kadapa. But my grandfather has come to a place called as Chandragiri local village, sir. My grandfather came to Chandragiri. That is where we are having our farmlands.
Chandragiri.
Yes, sir. It is 5 kilometers from Pulivendula.
It is not Chittur Chandragiri.
No, sir, not Chittur.
This is another Chandragiri.
Another one in Pulivendula, near to Pulivendula. It is a small village, sir. 5 kilometers from Pulivendula. And our father came to Pulivendula, and we are settled in Pulivendula now.
So, can you tell any historical place of historical importance nearby?
Pulivendula, sir.
Pulivendula.
Sir, we are having Ranganatha Swami temple, sir. It is a very famous temple which was constructed during the Sri Krishna Devaraya period, sir.
At Pulivendula?
In Pulivendula itself, sir. In the outer ring road area, it is presently there.
Do you have any inscription there?
Sir, I am not unsure of any inscription, sir. But it is historically spoken about.
Do you go regularly?
Yes, sir. I visit regularly.
Have
it
you?
is near to our place.
No, you did not see any inscription.
I have not observed that much, sir.
Apart from Pulivendula's this Ranganayaka Swami temple, any other?
Sir, we are having various number of near to Pulivendula. We are having Gandi Anjanaya Swami temple, sir. We have Ontimita Kodanda Rama Swami temple, and we are having Devani Gadapa. The Gadapa name itself got from the Gadapa. We are having that temple.
Ontimita is one temple where every year annual Ramanavami is being celebrated.
Yes,
Why? Why it is being celebrated at Ontimita?
Sir, because of Ramanavami, sir, we celebrate the return of Rama to Ayodhya.
But previously in United Andhra Pradesh,
Yes, in Bhadrachalam we used to celebrate.
then with the bifurcation, Rama's history is also bifurcated.
No, sir, it is culturally integrated, sir. We have bifurcated geographically, but culturally we are united, sir.
But still, Andhra Pradesh government could continue celebrating the Ramanavami at Bhadrachalam. Why not?
Yes, sir, definitely we are celebrating, but sir, we need to have some local temple with the same god. So we are celebrating as Guntibitta as a next to Bhadrachalam, sir.
Then if Telangana wants to have their own Venkateshwar Swami temple,
Yes, sir.
what will happen to Tirupati?
Sir, it is, as I have said just now, it is culturally integrated, sir. Definitely any government has the right and authority to develop their own temples so that they can compete with the other temples which are performing well. Sir, but at Tirupati, I don't think anything will happen to Tirupati in the kind of number of visitors visiting Tirupati, sir. But we will also be able to visit the Yadadri temple. So it will be more number of temples, sir, but not a competition in that area.
Ontimita built in which period?
I am sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
See, Vijayanagara period.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Vijayanagara period. Kadapa have you appeared for UPSC?
Yes, sir, I have appeared.
How many times?
So 3 times I have appeared, sir.
What was the result?
Sir, up to mains I was able to move, but unable to clear mains and enter into interview stage.
How many times you have written mains?
2 times I have written, sir.
So once you stopped at prelims only.
Yes, sir. 2017 I have stopped at prelims. 16 and 18 I went up to mains, sir.
So what is your option?
Sir, actually the disadvantage for me is my optional itself, sir. In the first attempt I have taken mathematics as an optional, wherein I have failed miserably. And in the second attempt I have taken Telugu literature, sir. So I have not able to. I was not able to clear prelims, sir. And then I got the job. So I have taken PSIR as my options.
You have changed options thrice.
Yes, sir.
What happened with Telugu? Why? What is the
Sir,
problem with Telugu literature?
Sir, Telugu is a very beautiful language and very good optional to take, sir. But the problem is, look, we need to stay in Hyderabad to get good coaching and good test series opportunities for the Telugu literature language, sir. But if as I am a banker, I will be unable to attend the online interviews. There are not much online institutes which are providing good knowledge in Telugu literature, sir. And even the test series also is a problem for writing the answers. So I consider that as my disadvantage, and I have shifted my option.
What are the texts you have in modern poetry in Telugu?
Modern poetry.
Modern literature.
Sir, Sri, we are having a very good
Which one?
Mahaprasthanam, sir.
Mahaprastham is still there.
Yes, sir, it is there. It is there, sir.
Apart from Sri, any other?
We have Devalapalli Krishna Shastri's Krishna Paksham, sir. Along with that, some NGO we are having. NGO is a story, sir.
Aritra.
Atreya, sir.
Atreya.
NGO we are
It's
having. It's a middle class mentality story, sir. We need to. It has shown beautifully the disadvantages of a middle class mentality. Not a middle class, sir. Middle class mentality's disadvantage, it has shown very beautifully. So if we overcome those mentalities, I think every family will become a happy family.
Sri's Mahaprasthanam. Yogyata Patram is written by?
Sorry, sir.
Yogyata Patram.
Sorry, sir. I don't.
Have you seen the book?
No, sir.
Sri Mahaprasthanam.
Yes, sir. I have seen Mahaprasthanam book, sir.
Book. In the foreword is written by Chalam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chalam.
Yogyata Patram.
Okay.
The title is Yogyata Patram.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
That is Chalam's foreword to Sri Mahaprasthanam.
Okay.
Have you read that foreword?
No, sir. I have taken only up to 2 months for the Telugu literature.
Chalam's Yogyata Patram is equally important as Sri's poetry.
Thank you, sir.
So now trying to shift to public administration.
Up in 2018, sir. From 2018, I have taken myself to Group 1 services.
No.
No, sir. I have not attempted after 2018.
Do you have more attempts?
Yes, sir. I have 3 more attempts. For general category, 6 attempts are there. So 3 I have completed, sir. I will left with 3 others.
So you'll try after this one.
Sir, if I get good services in Group 1, like a deputy collector or a DSP position, then I don't consider that I will be able to attempt UPSC again. If I get very good services, we are having many good services in the Group 1 post itself rather than not so good positions in UPSC. Sir. So I consider doing job in my own state to my own people as an advantageous position.
What is your performance in mains APPSC?
Sir, I have performed very well, sir, because of which I was able to clear the mains examination and enter into this stage, and I am now appearing before the esteemed panels. I think I have performed well.
So you expect a good score.
Yes, sir, I definitely expect a very good score.
So what about the essay paper?
Sir, I think my biggest positive is the essay paper, sir. So I think I might have got very good score in the essay paper. And remaining papers also I have performed well, sir. But comparatively, I think my essay might be a very good score.
So finally means we can talk further more, but would like to have some more discussion focused on state.
Okay, sir.
What are the problems faced by Andhra Pradesh state today?
Sir, currently the problems faced by Andhra Pradesh, but because of the bifurcation, we are facing economic problems and also institution problems, sir. If you see the economic burden, it is huge. We have divided the assets on the basis of location, whereas the liabilities were divided based on the population base, sir. So even the revenue deficit, the fiscal deficit is presently around 50,000 crores. So, sir, economically we are facing big disadvantage. And because of the COVID issue, sir, we are unable to generate good amount of revenue because it has added to the economical burden that the Andhra Pradesh was facing already, sir. And along with that, we are having less number of institutions, sir. We don't have a capital city still now. So
why?
Sir, the present government wants to promote the decentralized development model, sir, and they want to democratize the process. So they want to distribute the capital along the 3 regions, sir. Kurnool and then Visakhapatnam and Amravati. So there is a issue with the High Court, and High Court has given a stay on this process, and the government has taken back the bill. So that is because of that we don't have yet a capital.
No, forget about this past 3 years. How many years do you need to construct a capital?
Sir, to develop a world-class capital, I think we need at least a decade, sir.
Forget world-class capital. First build a capital.
Yes, sir.
Then it can be developed into a world-class.
Yes, sir.
But why there is no capital at all for AP?
Sir, that is the thing, sir. Because the present government wants to distribute the capital so that the development will be distributed. But because of
Is there any sorry to interrupt, but
it's okay, sir.
as I understood what you are going to say, I just interrupted so that we can continue the discussion in a better way.
Okay, sir.
Do you think the development is capital centric?
Sir, I definitely think that the development is capital centric. Sir, if you see the case of Hyderabad, Hyderabad is a very well developed city, and because of Hyderabad itself, the surrounding regions are getting developed to a large extent. Even the real estate sector, if you see in the Hyderabad city, is going up to Chilukuri area, sir. So the development is centric around the Hyderabad capital, because sir, we are having huge number of huge IT sector in the capital city. So if let us take an example, sir. If we are having 100 companies, good number of MNCs in the city, one at one company entering into that city will feel very comfortable, sir, because of the availability of talent pool. So I consider capital centric development is there in India, sir. Even if we can take the example of Chennai also, we can take an example of the financial capital of India, Mumbai. So
Mumbai is never the capital, but it developed financially. Delhi is a capital, it's a political capital. But there is no industry just near Delhi. Go to Gurgaon, it's in Haryana,
Yes, sir.
border. Of course, not far away. Faridabad, Tughlaqabad, all these industrial estates. Sofla, there are industrial estates. But that industrial development did not contribute to the country's development or development of the region.
Yes, sir.
Mumbai is completely different. It has developed financially. But why we are talking about the development is capital centric? What is the capital of Australia?
Sir, I do not know exactly, sir, but if I be able to make a guess, I can do, sir.
Yeah, please guess.
I think Johannesburg, sir. Sorry,
Australia.
that is South Africa. I'm sorry, sir. I'm unable to recall it. Melbourne, I think.
No.
Sorry, sir. I'm unable to recall. Canberra. Thank you, sir.
Okay. But where is Sydney? It's not the capital.
Yes, sir.
Your development is different. Your capital is different. Your political capital is different.
Yes, sir.
And to build a capital, actually why I am discussing all these things is, this is a routine question all the aspirants are talking about this capital centric, development, everything. There is some fallacy in our understanding. Okay. Even in financial problems also, everyone says because of the bifurcation. Assets. How many assets are there in our Telangana? What about the assets spread over all the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh or with Andhra Pradesh, which are more valuable than anything you left in Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad? You have left a space known as RTC Kalyana Mandapam, a small place, small real estate area. Okay? It's a marriage hall, big hall. That might cost 2 crores, 3 crores. But what about the 200 crore coastal area or one project, one steel plant or something else, okay,
Yes.
which is in the state?
Sir, the problem with the coastal area is because the cyclones and the kind of floods.
But still assets are there, no?
Still assets are there, sir, but
That has to be developed.
yes, sir. If it is developed to a larger extent, then if we are facing any issue, kind of cyclone or a flood, then the development will be restricted, sir. You have seen in the case of Visakhapatnam.
Then forget about just coast. Come to many interior areas are there. Rayalaseema area is there, which is underdeveloped.
Yes, sir. I do agree, sir. But
Yeah.
we are having the Kadapa steel plant currently. We are developing it so that development
There are
can be
many
happened.
things. Basically, why I am talking, since you are an educator, I am not treating you as any other competitor. I am trying to give you something which will be extra help.
Thank
Okay. Like you see, everyone says that Hyderabad development because of the capital. Hyderabad is a developed city in 1940s.
Yes, sir.
When Chennai was not having current, in Hyderabad they used to have the
Yes, sir.
hydroelectricity.
Yes.
then Hyderabad's development is not United Andhra Pradesh development.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The problem is whatever we have been taught, or whatever we were taught, or something which is not up to the mark. Think beyond this. Your answer will be different from others.
Sure, sir.
Just this much I can tell you because I can't tell everything.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Wherever, because since you were an educator, you know where to pick the points
Yes.
that will help you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't go to the routine answers.
Okay.
What should be your USP then? Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Your experience as an educator or as a banker, it should get reflected in it. That will give you more edge over the other competitors.
Okay, sir. I will try to improve, sir.
This is what I felt when I am getting some questions, because I expect something which should be of more important than any other.
Sure, sir. I will do that. Sure, sir.
And don't ever say that you stopped reading papers because you have joined in bank. What will happen, you know? That impression. It's just like reading a newspaper to become an educator or to get some money.
Okay.
Reading newspaper, reading is not related to just a profession or income earning source.
Sir, have I said that, sir?
No, you haven't. But you said I have stopped reading, I could not read newspaper
Okay.
after joining the bank. If you are not able to read also, then also don't say that.
Sure, sir.
Then the next question will be your entire effort of reading or anything
We'll go away, sir.
will go away. See, reading is for knowledge.
Sure, sir.
Whether you are a banker, there are many people who read a lot.
Yes, sir.
Whatever be the profession,
Yes, sir.
okay, that reflects your personality.
Yes, sir.
That is where I okay.
Sure, sir.
So, last question. If you are into the planning department, which is the first act you do to improve the finances of the state?
Sir, can I take a 10 minutes pause,
Yeah,
sir?
yeah.
Sir, if I enter into the planning sector, the first thing that I will do is to increase the tax base of the state, sir. Rather than taxing more, we can increase the tax base of the state so that the revenue generation will be high. So that will be my first thing that I will do, sir. I will try to improve the tax base rather than the tax rate.
Then supplementary question.
Sir.
How to improve the tax base?
So we can have there are huge number of people, local vendors who are not paying taxes. Sir. They are not registered under the taxation system. So as we have discussed now, through online payment we can make them to enter into the taxation system, sir, so that the tax base can be increased. If I can tell an example, sir, there are huge number of gold loan shops who are not into the tax system at all, sir, but they are doing the transactions which goes into crores. So if you make them to enter into the taxing system by doing online transactions or by promoting or encouraging them to conduct online transactions, then I think it will be a very good system, sir, because we will be able to increase tax base. In that way we will do, sir.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
The last two questions.
Sure, sir.
This is very apt. Keep the pace with all the questions in this similar tone.
Sure, sir.
Because we are very apt and pinpointed. Okay.
This video is brought to you by AKS IAS.